Hello dear ones, Veena Shukla here. Our new chapter is Around the World. Beautiful train you can see here. And that is going around the world with you. So let us enjoy. Which is the most interesting place you have visited? How did you go there and return? Have you traveled by different means of transport? Is there a mode of transport that you would like to use? These are the questions. Those are very important. Huh? We have visited maybe visited many places, but some places we like, some places we don't like to go. And in order to go different places we use different type of modes, different type of means of transport. Sometimes may one student may be coming to school on foot or by bicycle, but some have to use bus, and some have to use scooters, like teachers are using scooters, cars, and some are using public conveyance. So for different places we have to use different means of transport. But there are some transport we like, some we don't like. Some feel irritating with the bus, some like bus, they don't like autos. So there are individual differences regarding it. So let us enjoy this uh, story around the world. Mr. Phileas Fogg lays a bet with some of his friends to go around the world in 80 days. This is a story of how he traveled with his companion, passer, pass out, or a friend or a partner is companion. So this is the story about that, how he traveled. Means that this story must be filled with a lot of experiences, because he is telling how he visited and how he uh, did or completed his journey. Some words you may face that may be new for you. So let us mark those words, should understand, and then write 3 times. That evening they were on the train from San Francisco to New York, which was 3,786 miles away. In 7 days, the train would take them from the Pacific to the Atlantic Ocean. You know Pacific and Atlantic, both are oceans. The train is steamed. This is old train. At that time it was using coal and steam to move. At that time no electronic train were there, so it is steamed through California. California is a place. At full speed, it crossed means move from steep mountain slopes, na, these are slopes, deep canyons and hair-raising curves. Hair-raising means sometimes curves are very deep to move like that. Few tunnels. There's mountain, and if we are going to cross this mountain, then some tunnels are being made here. Those are tunnels and bridges. Bridges, पुल जो होते हैं. Suddenly, at once, the train slowed down as a herd of buffaloes charged across the, across, you know na, this is, suppose this is a railway way, है ना, railway line, right? When we are going to cross from this side to that side, it is across. This is across, right? Same direction is not. It is from one side to another side. It is across. The railway track. This is railway track. The train was forced to stop till the procession. Procession, एक ग्रुप, बड़ा सा ग्रुप, सारे बफेलोज का ग्रुप जो है क्रॉस कर रहा है, तो इसको प्रोसेशन कह रहे हैं. बारात को आप प्रोसेशन कहते हैं. Passed like a great brown river. The herd took a full 3 hours to cross the tracks. Night had fallen by the time the train could move. The train moved again, means it took a lot of time to when the buffaloes crossed, then train started. The train headed steep mountains to go upside. These mountains, you know, this was the most difficult part of the journey with its winding roads. Means when पहाड़ों की जो सड़कें होती हैं अलग टाइप की है ना, so winding roads, they passed the highest point of their journey, 7,524 feet above the sea level. In a few hours, they would be out of the rocky. Rocky means not a soft mountains, not full of sand and green. It is pathrili, आप कह सकते हैं. After the passengers, you know, who are traveling, यात्री, जिनको आप हिंदी में कहते हैं, had taken their breakfast, the train gave a shrill, a तीखी सी whistle and braked with a jerk. झटके से रुक गई, ब्रेक लगाया गया, and came to a halt. One is stopped. Passer part out, a French passenger went to see what the matter was. क्यों रुक गई अब फिर से ट्रेन? He went out to check it. There was nothing to be seen. The train had halted in the middle of nowhere. There was, means see the pictures, you can go through the journeys, problems, what are the problems there. And now we are very much developed, but at that time everything was not so much developed. So sometimes there were many problems through when any journey was being done. No station in sight. He heard the signalman say, "The train can't go on. The bridge near Medicine Bow won't support the weight." Support means it weight, you know, उसका भार support मतलब नहीं सह पाएगी, इतना मजबूत ब्रिज नहीं है. It was a suspension bridge and some of its cables were broken. The driver of the train said, "Perhaps there is a chance of getting across the bridge by letting the train proceed." Proceed means आगे बढ़ना. To move forward at maximum. Minimum. Opposite of minimum is maximum. जितना ज़्यादा तेज हो सकता है. "All aboard," said the conductor. The passenger got on the train and driver reversed. Reversed, you know, आप इस डायरेक्शन में जा रहे हैं लेकिन थोड़ा सा पीछे आप बैक करते हैं गाड़ी को, that is reversed. The train for nearly a mile, then he gave another whistle, the train began to move forward so fast that it was frightening, shaking, maximum speed, so it was shaking. The passengers had the feeling that the train was not resting on the tracks but was floating through the air, floating, जैसे उड़ रही हो. As the engine shrieked and the train shuddered, they were over the bridge in a flash. As soon as they passed over the Madison River, the bridge crashed down into the raging water below. The train continued its course that evening without interruption. ट्रेन तो क्रॉस हो गई ब्रिज से, but bridge was broken. Anyhow, the writer says that train continued its course that evening without interruption. After this, no interruption was there, so train continued. As the train moved forward the next day, it was suddenly attacked. जानते हैं attack करना? By hundreds of Sioux Indians, a tribe of native red Indians. उन्होंने attack कर दिया. Many of them appeared. Appeared means प्रकट होना. From all sides, jumped on the moving train and pulled themselves up to the steps. They were armed with rifles. Some of the travelers had revolvers. They defended मतलब to protect ourselves. They tried to protect using their rifles and their arms who have with them. They fought bravely with those attackers and then self-bravery by answering with pistol shots. You can see in the picture they are attacking, and from train the answer is being given. The conductor cried out, "The train must be stopped or we are lost." "I will go," said Passepartout. Out, he opened the door, and unseen by the red Indians, he slipped under the racing train and holding on to the chain, he slowly raised the engine. Then he separated the engine from the coaches. They started to slow down. They had neared a station where soldiers, attracted by the sound of shots, hurried towards the train. Hurried means to move in a hurry. Towards direction. The red Indians on board saw them and quickly and hurriedly. They are synonyms. ये synonyms हैं. Same words. Jumped off before the train stopped entirely. मतलब पूरी तरह से. So this is a small incident. मतलब how their journey was. They described कि what were the problems when they started this journey, middle of the journey. Sometimes animals created hindrance. Sometimes bridge was very weak. That created hindrance and disturbance. Then they were attacked by tribal people who are living as tribal people. They are attacking and they getting something. They are killing persons. So how they solved that problem? So experiences of journey is described here in a very nice way. I hope you enjoyed it. And some new words you can see here. Procession, as I told you, body of persons or animals walking together. तभी तो किसी भी जुलूस को, किसी भी भीड़ के ग्रुप को, बारात को हम प्रोसेशन कहते हैं. Canyons, deep narrow opening usually with a stream. छोटे छोटे रास्ते. Supporting, keep them falling. Keep from falling मतलब सपोर्ट करना कि गिरे नहीं, गिरने से रोकना, सपोर्ट करना नीचे से। आप घरों में भी देखते हैं बड़े बड़े पिलर लगे रहते हैं जो हमारी छत को सपोर्ट करते हैं, है ना। कंडक्टर, पर्सन इन चार्ज ऑफ बस और ट्रेन। So these words we should know. Read them, read the lesson loudly, try to enjoy it, try to understand it, and write these word meanings in your copy. I think that's all for the day. Bye.